Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda, and today we are going to be talking about me moving to a different state. I had asked people on Instagram to ask me what exactly they're curious about, and this specific video is going to be about the pros and the cons, and these are just temporary thoughts on living in a new state. Alright, so I want to first off start with cons, only because I feel like I really want to end this with a positive note because truly it's all about the experience. So I'm going to start with all of my cons instead of like going back and forth. And I have like a little list right here. So, some of these cons are so ridiculous, but like honestly they're not ridiculous to me because like I feel like when you move to a different state you honestly realize how like different other states are, or just like how much maybe that you appreciate your state that you were in. So my first one is I am a really like I guess I'm a really aware person, and I am very like aware of my surroundings. You could call it paranoid, I guess, but I'm really like I am very aware of my surroundings. In Colorado, like if the guy with a red shirt was at Starbucks and now he's at King Soopers, there's a problem, and I'm gonna see everything of my surroundings, and like that's how I am. Say like I'm at the club or something, like I'm constantly, all of my friends know like when we go out I'm the only one who has like an escape plan, and like who the heck we just seen at the last bar that we were at and the last two bars that we were at, because that's just who I am. So following is like a big thing to me, and here I kind of had to like not get rid of the fear, but like get rid of that mindset, because like I live in such a small town now, you guys, and like when I first moved here, I would be driving and I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's following me, like I have to turn around somewhere. Like where the heck are you gonna turn, girl, because you don't even know where you are. Like where are you gonna turn? And it's only because like I was so paranoid, but we live in such a small town. Whoever's behind you is most likely going to the same place you are, or the same direction you are, because there's not many ways to get out here. There's not many ways to go to your house. There's not many ways to go to Walmart. There's not many ways to go get your food. Like we all have to go the same way. So somebody is not following you here. Like it's most likely that they're just trying to go the same way as you are. So I kind of had to get over that. So it's not a con, but it's just like something that I did not like, because I really felt like somebody was following me, and I didn't like that. Alright, so this is really stupid too. It's about driving, but lanes, okay? Stay in your lane, or get in a lane. So like in Kentucky, again, I live in a really small town. Okay, so in Colorado, you go drive whatever, and there's two turning lanes, right? Okay, so you get in those two turning lanes, and then you guys both turn. Like that's like the whole point of the turning lanes being there. And here we have two turning lanes, and like if you're on the right side of the turning lane, it starts to end like a little bit forward, and then you merge in together. You know, common courtesy, you let the people go in because there's two turning lanes there for a reason. So, for some reason, and I don't know why, everybody in this town uses one lane. There's two turning lanes there, and I'm not kidding you. I've been here for 6 months, and I have yet to see one person in that second turning lane, except for me. I'm the only person there, and I don't know why. I don't know if they just don't want to put their blinker on and get over, which they don't do here. They don't use blinkers, but they won't use that second turning lane. Like, it's there for a reason. I don't know why you wouldn't use it, but they just don't. So it's so funny to me, because I will go in that second turning lane to the right, and there is like a line all the way back to our downtown, because they literally will not go in that second turning lane. But I always get in, I always use my blinker. Like it's really not that big of a deal, and it bothers me because like it's a big deal to them. Like, they might as well just cut out, actually, I don't want them to, but they might as well cut out that second turning lane because nobody utilizes it at all. And I don't really know the theory behind it. I really don't. Sorry guys, I made me some coffee and it's like just getting cold. So the next one, again, like, you just don't realize how, like, the way you have things, I guess. There's no food here. Like, I hear there's really good barbecue in the summer, and like they're really big for their barbecues here and stuff, and they even have like a big festival, but like so far there's no food. Like, our food options in our town are Taco Bell, Hardee's, which I've never had, Captain D's, which I've never had, Taco John's, which I've never had, did I say Taco Bell? Taco Bell, McDonald's, Subway, Pizza Hut, Dairy Queen, which is great. And then we have like Mexican restaurants, which, like, you guys, my grandma is from Mexico, makes the absolute most amazing dishes. And I've grew up with that my whole life. Like, my mom knows how to cook amazing. I know how to cook amazing. Those Mexican restaurants are not for me, personally, and everybody loves them out here. It's just not my grandma's, and like just not the same as like home. Like, they don't have green chili out here, so I had to like bring some. But like, if we want to go eat, like, we have to drive like 40 minutes, which is not far, but they just don't have like food options out here. Like, no Vietnamese food, which I absolutely freaking love. I love Vietnamese food. No, literally nothing. Like, Chick-fil-A is like 40 minutes away, which is great because it's not that bad, but like, really, that's the only thing that we have out here is Chick-fil-A. Although, you know what, I'm not even gonna lie, there's some bomb-ass steak place here, and that is like the only place that I'm like, yes, I want to go eat there. But like, there's just no type of food or like different culture here. Like, there is no food at all. So yeah, there's no food. Another con, and these are like not my whole list, you guys. Like, again, also I want to say for the record, these are all like my thoughts on everything, nobody else's, and maybe sometimes like my thoughts will change, but as of right now, this is just what I think, and I'm just very transparent. And yeah, so there's no gym. My boyfriend is really big into playing basketball, and in Colorado, like, we would go to Vasa almost every day, if not every other day. He would go play basketball, I would go work out constantly. Like, we were always at the gym, and we have a gym here, but it's just not the same. The prices are outrageous. Like, let me tell you guys, outrageous. That's not even fun. And there's nowhere for him to play basketball. Granted, like, COVID is completely still in the way, but we do know of people who are still like in different states, their gyms are open. Obviously, you have to follow the rules, but we don't even have that. And if we do, like, we probably will have to drive far, so that's kind of a bummer. But it's, I mean, it's still a con in my book, so. But, you know, we don't want to stick to all the negative stuff because we're not about that life. Sorry, my chair's really loud. But I would say, the closed-minded and judgy people are not the business here. It is very crazy to me. Like, I guess, like, living in a big city, like, you can't really tell who's there, who's not from there, like, all these things. And it's just because there's just, like, it's just so diverse, you know. Out here, there's diversity, but it's not too crazy. Again, I live in a small town. Like, there is nothing but like blacks and whites, which is completely fine. You know, I legit though am like the only Mexican in the town, which still blows my mind. So it's kind of like, sometimes my family members see it like that people are like judgy towards me, or like they look at me and they just don't look at me nicely, I guess. But I'm just glad that I have like a thick skull and it doesn't bother me that much. But we even have had, and even like my sister-in-law who has lived here already, we've had people come up to us and be like, you guys aren't from here, huh? And like just like stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, like, is that a good thing, a bad thing? Like I even had, I think people are just so used to seeing only black people, only white people. I just feel like the diamonds in my teeth, the tattoos, you know, I'm Mexican, I just don't look like the people from here, and it's not a bad thing, and it's, I guess, not a good thing, but I just feel like if you were to know who I am, you would like me, instead of just right away like, oh my gosh, you can tell she's not from here, you know, let's give her a negative action. So when I first moved out here, that's what I felt, and I really didn't like it. And don't get me wrong, I've met a lot of really sweet people here, but it's, you know, the negative outweighs the positive sometimes, and it's really hard. So yeah, that is what I've dealt with so far with cons. Okay, now let's talk about the pros, because that's most important. And that's what we kind of need to keep focusing on, due to, you know, living here, being happy, staying positive. This life here has brought us into the mud and drug our asses. Let me tell you. If you guys want to know about that, I will tell you in another video, because it's going to be too long, but we have literally put all of our faith in God being here, because we have been through some shit. But the pros, the first one I will let you know is privacy. My neighbor is really far from me, you know. We have an acre of land here. My kids can run around. I don't have, well, I used to have to worry, but I don't have to worry about anything. All I hear is the fucking cows down the street, and, you know, it's a very peaceful, like, peaceful, it's quiet, like, the privacy is amazing. I didn't have that in Colorado, and even the houses are still really close together in Colorado. It's a city, so like the privacy is amazing. I also have on here land. The land is amazing. Like, it's so big. Like, everybody has something that they're working for, and it's just worth it, you know. Like, it's really rewarding to see, not just for me, but for everybody, like, that a grocery store person can have their own house on some land. Like, it's really amazing, I think, personally. I think it's really good. So I like the privacy and the land here, like, a lot. Alright, so I also want to touch base on the money, you guys. It is so cheap here, and that was initially like one of our reasons we wanted to move here. Like, making good money in Colorado for both of us was not enough, because things were getting so expensive, especially with kids. So it's so cheap here. We have a 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, and we don't pay a lot. My boyfriend has a really good job now, and he's getting paid really good, and that is just like all worth it for me. Like, being able to live happily and like calm without having to worry, like, what are we gonna do for our next, you know, check? What is this? What is that? And, you know, not spending your money on going to get food regardless if I miss it. Is it a necessity? Absolutely not. But were we in control of our money when we were out there? No. Like, and that's another con, we have so much control over our life right now, because there is nothing distracting us, like, not the food places. And, you know, if we want to go have fun, that we can do that, but like, all of the distractions are gone and everything is so cheap that like we are able to live a very good life without having to struggle or worry. And it just really feels good. It does. The states that are around us. So obviously we live in Kentucky, but we are very close to Tennessee. So we can live that extra city life that we're missing back home. It's not the same at all. But I am a very adventurous person and I love learning about new places, new things. And that's the reason I'm here. Like, the bad things that I feel here are also the great things because I get to experience those things. I get to experience the good people, the bad people, the new animals that have came in our life, just everything. Like, we've never experienced a life like this. We're on the other side of the country, and honestly, I couldn't be more happy because we're experiencing it. We're very close to Tennessee. We're about 45 minutes away from the state itself. We're about an hour and something away from Nashville, which I absolutely love. I've already experienced a little bit of Nashville. We can live this country life. We can live this private life. We can live this amazing life. But if we want to act crazy, if we want to miss the city, if we want to go do those things, we can go do those things. It's not like it's taken away from us. We can go to Tennessee if we want. We can go to Illinois if we want. And don't get me wrong, in Kentucky we do have some cities that are cities. They're not like ours, but there's still places. There's malls. There's there's things to do. It's just not like home, and it's not going to be because it's not Colorado. It's just something that I'm not used to. So, yeah. In here, I'm gonna fight that fly. He's probably been all up in my video this whole time. I really like it here. I really miss my family. Do I see myself staying here forever? No, I don't. But I think it's such a good journey that I'm on, that I like it. I like it, and it's still very new. So I don't know where this life will take me, but yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and I will definitely be back soon. I'm hoping to get in a schedule to where we do Tuesdays and Sundays, or something like that, just so that we're consistent over here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, day, wherever you are.